Hey everybody, and welcome back to another lecture with Coding with Roby. In this lecture, we're going to replace all of these HTTP exceptions that we have in the code with functions that return their own type of exceptions. It's going to make the code significantly cleaner, so let's dive in. So right under this, I'm going to make a comment here called exceptions. And within the exceptions, I'm going to create two functions. One being getUserException and the other being a token exception. For the getUserException, I'm going to say def getUserException with a new variable of credentials exception equals HTTP exception, and as the parameters, I'm going to say status code equals status.http 401 unauthorized. And for status, we're going to have to scroll all the way up to the top and import status from FastAPI. Detail could not validate credentials and headers as a www-authenticate bearer. And then return the credentials exception. The token exception, I'm going to say def token exception token exception response equals HTTP exception status code equals status.http 401 unauthorized. Detail equals incorrect username or password. And headers www-authenticate:bearer. And then return the token exception response. And now let's go ahead and add these exceptions to our methods above, starting with /token. So if not user, let's raise the token exception. And then inside the getCurrentUser, if we get a JWT error, let's throw the getUserException. If the user is none or the user ID is none, let's also throw the getUserException. And that may be all of them. This wraps up the lecture on how we can create HTTP exceptions and plug them into our application. And I will see you in the next video.